Hey, brothers and sisters from the Starknet ecosystem, welcome to the Stark Cafe, a virtual space cafe where you'll enjoy some tasty Starknet related content. This is Nurstar, your personal Stark barista, and I'll make sure to make you feel at home with some specialty Starknet content. So, my friends, today we'll have a special road to Tokyo edition as the Eat Tokyo week is getting closer and closer. In fact, I'll fly to Japan next week. Therefore, I want to warm up a bit with some cool Asian vibes. And speaking about Asia, in today's episode, I'll have the pleasure to talk with some of the most talented Starknet players from the Asian Starknet landscape. And I'll present the guests one at a time as the space proceeds, starting from Ji Wook, if we manage to have him as soon as possible. And then we'll go on with the other guests. And first of all, we speak about the Starknet conference, and then we'll have a discussion around the Starknet landscape in Asia. However, I see there's no Ji Wook yet on the space, therefore maybe we'll start having a discussion on the Starknet landscape in Asia. And I'd like to start with Guilty Gyoza. I'd like to introduce him to you. Hey, Guilty, how are you? Hey, Gyoza.
Hello, everyone. Happy to be here. Let's talk about Starknet.
Thanks a lot for coming, Guilty Gyoza. Well, I would like to start with a discussion about the Starknet development in the Asian market. So I would like to know from all the guests, starting with Gyoza, about their own view on the current and potential future of the Starknet development in the Asian market and in your own local region as well, if you want to get deeper on that. So we're starting with Gyoza. What's your view on that, Guilty?
I actually see Gilk in the space now. Perhaps we want to talk about Starknet first, but yeah, happy to do anyways.
Okay, let's start with Ji Wook then about the Starknet conference. Thanks, Guilty Gyoza, for pointing that out. Hello, Ji Wook. How's it going? How are you?
Hello. Sorry for delay. And yeah, I'm Gilk from Dual Labs, and I'm super happy to be here.
Thanks a lot for being here, Ji Wook. And I'd like to know from you how was the StarkTokyo idea born, and what and who will see there in terms of Starknet related talks and personalities. And obviously, before answering my question, feel free to make a short introduction about yourself and your labs. And then this introduction thing will also be valid for the other speakers later on. And therefore, please, Ji Wook, go ahead and explain to us what this StarkTokyo is about, please.
Yeah, sure. First of all, Dual Labs, we make some ticket ticket booking programs. So right now we are making that program in Web 2 because we have a offline entertainment partner in South Korea. So we made ticket business platform on Web 2, but in near future we will gonna make ticket as a NFT. So we will gonna make it on. We will bring that program to on chain. So that's why, especially in Starknet. So that's why we are so interested in Starknet. And yeah, about StarkTokyo is like I said, we will bring our platform to Web3, especially on Starknet. But it turns out that we can not do that because there is no current Starknet devs in South Korea, and also like Starknet, it's quite actually nobody knows about Starknet in South Korea. So okay, it's I think it's quite great. I mean, ZK Technology, a leading company, and ZK technology leading product, but it doesn't make sense. Nobody knows about it, so that's why we start to expand, like expand people to let people know what Starknet is, and especially about Starknet Asia. When I was in Denver for ETH Denver and Stark Denver, I thought like not even Korea, like even Japan and China, like other Asian country doesn't know about. I felt even those Asian countries doesn't know about Starknet, so that's why we launched the Starknet Asia, and if Tokyo is happening in April, so that's why our first event is StarkTokyo.
I see. Thanks a lot for the explanation, Jiwook. I really look forward to joining you at the StarkTokyo conference on the 13th of April. And as far as I remember, the event is sold out, isn't it?
Yeah, actually, we like the space is limited for like 25. I mean, sorry about that. 250 person, but it's all sold out right now. So we're looking for what we can do right now.
I see. Well understood. Okay, right now let's go back to the Starknet landscape in Asia discussion that we were beginning earlier on. So let's go back to Guilty Gyoza and please proceed from where I stopped you, Guilty Gyoza.
Great. So I think the question, just to repeat the question, is what is the Starknet scene in Asia? And what do we think about the future potential of it?
Exactly.
I think I completely agree with what Gilk said. Starknet is a very early ecosystem, and it is most Asian devs that I know are fairly unfamiliar with it, and there are many reasons to it. I think two reasons on top of my head are, I think there's a lack of killer app or like category defining products in the Starknet space that can define what it really means to be building on Starknet. So that's one, lacking a killer app to help define it. And the second reason is, I think, because it's using ZK as opposed to fraud proof, like optimistic proofs, which is a more familiar approach because it's the optimistic. The fraud proof research started years ago, and in a sense, ZK is it's not coupled with blockchain. ZK is a different space. Starknet is operating at the intersection of blockchain and ZK. But if you look at Starknet, what Starknet really is right, there's a language that you can program in on top of a ZK VM, and the trace or the execution result of that ZK VM can be proven. Proven as in, spending a lot of compute resource to produce a proof that you can verify very cheaply. And then there's the Starknet execution environment, the rollup itself that's surrounding the VM and the proving. So there are many parts of it, and I think ZK as a space is super early in its very early stage. I think that we, as in the entire space, is still collectively exploring the possibility of using ZK. I think there are a lot of hypotheses, coupled with the fact that we're in a crypto winter, so things move relatively slow. So like combining all the reasons above is super early. For Starknet in the Asia dev market, which means there's a lot of potential because we are looking for new paradigms, and Starknet is a very strange place where people explore things very freely. And so if you come into an early space where people do strange things, then you know there's a pretty good probability you will be finding something interesting.
Sure. Thanks a lot, Guilty Gyosa, for your clarifications also on the potential of Starknet as a technology, and on your view about the Starknet development in Asia. Before going on with the next guest, I like to tell something to the audience that from now you can mint a special POAP that celebrates this Road to Tokyo special edition of the Star Cafe. You will have to go to the mobile app of POAP and type the secret word tradition, all written in small letters, tradition, and you will get a very good looking POAP. I hope you like it. Let me know. And yeah, I'll repeat that as well later on. However, now it's time to give the word to our friend Chi from Nethermind. Hey Chi, what's up?
Hello, hi everyone. I hope everyone's having a great time. My name is Chi. I work in Nethermind and building one of the Starknet infrastructure, Voyager to be specific. And I also am a huge part of the Starknet Malaysia community. So in other words, I do run meetups in Malaysia as well. And that means that I've also had the good fortune to be invited over to Starknet Vietnam to give a couple of talks, and also have been in Singapore to meet up with some of the Cairo devs over in Singapore. So what was the question? To reiterate the question, the scene in Asia. Well, I would say that blockchain in general, not just when it comes to Starknet, is very new in Asia, and when it comes to Starknet, it's even newer, I would say. But the main reason why I feel that Starknet is really new, there are a couple of reasons why. Number one, because well, the pie for blockchain devs or Web3 devs are already very small, and they are mostly more saturated towards things that are ready. So such as Solidity, such as the existing other competing side chains or other L1 forks, because these are very easy to use. The documentations are out there already. And when it comes to Starknet, not only restricted to Asia, I've also had the good fortune to travel around, to Denver, to I can't remember other places as well. And my observation is that Starknet is also really new over there. And I would attribute it to the barrier of entry. It's only human nature for everyone to be a bit afraid of new things, and when it comes to lack of documentation. So at first, a couple of months back, when it comes to Starknet, setting up the environment itself takes a bit of effort. I know devs, probably devs that are more well versed and technically well versed are probably find it very easy. But we have to also think of people who are new and who want to explore, or those who are very used to the very nice hard hat framework or nowadays Foundry framework. You don't have to do a lot of setup; you just have to run that and everything works. So smart contract devs are basically over there are very comfortable. So when it comes to Starknet, there are a lot of more hands-on setup and documentation on there, and things are always changing too fast. And those are things that will kind of put off smart contract devs or devs in general, including web space, to try to hands-on on Starknet. So I think it's great that we have community events such as the one in Malaysia, the one in Tokyo, the one in Korea. I was also in Starknet Seoul last year in Denver, and because these are the events that will actually spread awareness, tell people that hey, we have this new technology that's happening, and to get you started, these are the tools that you can get started. We have Explorers, we have a Transpiler, we have so on and so forth, and the documentation is always ready, and we have a strong community that's very helpful and will be able to help you. So these are the efforts that we need to take, and I don't, for sure, 100%, it's going to require some time to onboard people, but these are the collective effort that we have to do as a community as a whole to onboard devs and to onboard the community to come to Starknet and say that hey, this is a very good space. Why? Because technology, it is in terms of tech, it's on par with one of the best. And yeah, so these are the message that we have to spread across through events, through the meetups, and through spaces like this. So I would like to extend my thank you to you and your staff for having this space.
Thanks a lot for your view on the matter, Chi. It was very enlightening. However, right now I would like to introduce Emma from ZK Land, and I'd like to know something. I'd like to know her views on the matter. Hello, Emma. How are you?
Hello, Nostar. How are you and everyone? It's wonderful to be here. So, thank you for taking the time to invite me onto here. So I'm Emma. I'm with ZK Lend and I do the marketing. And ZK Lend is actually a DeFi protocol built on Starknet. And hopefully we're looking to, so right now our testnet is live and we're hoping to launch mainnet soon. I guess what I bring to the table is a slightly less technical kind of perspective, as you know, I'm not a developer. And what I can really vouch for and talk about is really kind of like the user onboarding side of things, especially in Asia. And I think one thing to really think about when we talk about, you know, like Starknet in Asia is that, you know, just based personally on what I found is that the different markets are all very, very different. Like Asia is a huge landmass, right? So the Japanese market, which, you know, East Tokyo is and Pragma coming up soon. The Japanese market is very different from the Korean market and also very different from, say, you know, like Vietnam, India, Turkey. So, I mean, Turkey's Middle East, but sometimes you could kind of count it as part of the Asian market as well. But I think that's also quite important when we talk about user onboarding, because not only is the language different, but kind of like the socioeconomic differences between the countries and, you know, just like how, for example, even what channels we talk to them from and, you know, what other narratives they follow and kind of like, you know, what they're looking for and their interest in crypto can also be very varied, right? So, you know, if you're a user, are you like a DeFi power user or are you more of a speculator? Or, you know, are you more of a trader or do you use crypto to send payments abroad? So that's kind of what I wanted to bring to this conversation. But yeah, like all things considered, I do think that just to echo what everyone's already said, is that we're very early and there's still so much work to be done in terms of, you know, the technical foundations, waiting for, you know, Cairo and Regenesis to be done, but also in terms of the user onboarding and making sure that the ecosystem in Starknet is as welcoming as it can be and as easy as it can be to onboard, you know, off-ramp, on-ramp crypto, as well as, you know, bridge assets and things like that. So yeah.
Thanks a lot, Emma, for your words on the matter. And yeah, I quite agree with you as well, with your own view. And right now, I would like to interact with the audience a bit, if it's possible. Before doing that, I remind that you can mint a nice, good-looking POAP on the POAP mobile app by typing tradition as the secret word. Don't miss this opportunity. The mint window will last for a couple of hours, and there are only 100 POAPs available, so don't miss the opportunity. However, if there's somebody, especially from the Japanese community in the audience, who would like to say some words, also it doesn't matter if it's not Starknet related, but like if you would like to say something about the Web3 scene in Japan, then I also see Yudai from Fractum Ventures, who's organizing StarkTokyo, that I will also attend. So if he feels like to join us, don't be shy, and any one of you can say something about the Japanese scene. And yeah, let's wait for some seconds and see if somebody would like to speak. Yeah, Jiwoo?
Yeah, I know the Tetris Sancho to you. Okay, can I speak Japanese for a little bit?
Yeah, of course. Okay, yeah, please do that.
テトリス団長さん
Yeah.
はスタークネットエコシステムで、まあ、かなり まあ多い人じゃないですか。まあここに来てまあ一言言ってくれたらいいなと思います。Well, if there's Japanese listener right now, that it would be nice to hear opinion.
Yeah. You can speak in Japanese, okay? Also for Yudai, for Tetris, if you want to speak Japanese, let's do that. Maybe then Jiwook will say a brief translation of it.
For sure.
And yeah, so feel free to join us.
For sure.
Okay, I see that nobody who would like to join, unfortunately. However, well, Jiwook, would you like to add something on the discussion about the Starknet scene in Asia?
Yeah. I think not in Asia. If I say my opinion about Korea, I think the reason why Korean people doesn't know about Starknet is Korean people are not trying to make a new one. They trying to make something that other people's platform. For example, like we Korean people love BTS because they won so many awards, but Korean people don't think about make new awards. So I think that's the basic reason why Starknet is not that huge in South Korea, because Korean are good at make something new on someone's platform, not to make a platform itself. So I think that's why Korean doesn't know about Starknet. I don't know the other Asian country that well, but yeah, I think that's why. And I don't want to Korean dev scene to like. I mean, I want to all Korean dev scenes know about this technology. Not even like Starknet. They hope they want to know about ZK technology. That's why me and Dolabs made some community in South Korea, and we do some. That's why we do some boot camps. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, fair enough. Thanks a lot. I also see Starknet Vietnam community in the audience, and I like to say hello to them. Thanks a lot for being here. In case you would like to speak, simply send me the request. Send me a request to speak, and I will be more than happy to grant it to you. However, guys, is any one of you who would like to add something on the subject? Or
Can I talk a bit, ask a bit more questions if you don't mind?
Sorry, I didn't get you. Maybe there's a request from the audience. You mean?
I have like something to ask if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure, please.
So, it's a question to you, and I noticed that starting from Starknet Tokyo, you're planning to have Starknet Asia, which I think if I were to guess, the idea is to encompass various Starknet events in Asia. So I do see like there's a brief roadmap as to how you're going to execute it. Would you walk us through like what is the plan for Starknet Asia?
Yes, actually, to be honest, it's very difficult to hear you. But was it a kind of auto question? I mean, to know something more about Starknet Asia, or like you wanted to know why I'm interested in the Asian scene?
No. I'm asking more to Gil because I see that he has a nice roadmap about Starknet Asia, like what is he going to do after Tokyo? There are a couple of stops, and just I mean because like no one's asking a question, I might as well do the honors of asking the question. Why what are the plans for Starknet Asia, and what do you plan to achieve?
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Jiwook, please.
Yeah, I guess your question is what is Starknet Asia's next plans, right? Am I correct?
Yes. What are your roadmaps?
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, we are planning tons of. I mean, like not tons of. Okay, it's like, yeah, we're planning like 6 or 7 events in this year in Singapore and South Korea and Vietnam, and we also planning to have a hackathon in online and like invite the winner to one of our biggest events and give them to speaking opportunity. Um, but it's not like settled yet. But in near future, we're gonna do Stark Seoul in June, and we were gonna do Stark Vietnam in June also. But after that, we are planning, not confirmed yet. So oh, and also we're gonna do hackathon before the Stark Seoul. So we're gonna do the hackathon and Stark Seoul and Stark Vietnam until June. But after that, we are planning right now. So
I
yeah,
see.
so it'd be great if you guys can tell me where country that should Starknet Asia do some events.
Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. I see there's a speaker request from Askiv. Let's see what he would like to ask or say about the matter. Oh, I had him as a speaker, so you can speak now, but it disappeared. Yeah. Anyway, if there's somebody else who would like to, okay, let's see if Askiv can speak. Hello, Askiv.
Hello.
Hello, hi. Would you like to say something on the matter, or do you have
Yeah.
a question?
It's Asking from the Japan, and I'm looking for the same you in the Tokyo.
Okay, so you're based in Japan, aren't you?
Yes. Based in
Okay.
Japan, but I'm now staying in the India, in Bangalore.
Okay, so you're staying in India, but you're a Japanese dev.
Yes.
Cool.
And I have participated in the also Starknet SF and the Starknet India, and also Starknet Denver. I'm looking for the Starknet Asia.
Oh, that's very very nice. Yeah, looking forward to meeting you in at
Yeah,
StarkTokyo.
definitely.
Very good. And would you like to say something about like even though you live in India right now, but do you know any other Japanese devs who are like dealing with Starknet or are interested in Starknet?
Just chill in the India, Bangalore. No
Okay.
purpose.
Okay. I see. Thanks a lot for your sorry for your words on the matter, and thanks a lot, and see you in Tokyo.
Yeah, and
Okay.
right now there are only few people who build out Starknet. But I think that someone noticed that something happened in the Starknet, and the new version of the Cairo 1.0 is big news for the Japanese development community because last many it is familiar. Last language is familiar for the Japanese developer, so I think the new wave will come like that.
Okay.
Tokyo.
Well understood. Okay, well understood. Guys, we're coming almost to the end of the episode of this Star Cafe. I hope you liked it so far. However, I'd like to remind you that you can mint a POAP through the POAP mobile app by writing tradition all in small letters, tradition
Cool.
as the secret word. And ask if could you, sorry, let me. Okay. Sorry, guys, for the interruption. I was saying that you can mint the POAP on the POAP mobile app by typing tradition. However, right now, I'd like to thank all the audience first for having taken some of their precious time to be with us today. Then I would also like to thank all the guests. Thanks a lot, guys, for coming. Thank you. And I would like to remind to all the listeners that StarkTokyo will happen on the 13th of April from 1 p.m. Japan time. You can find all the information about the event in the Starknet Asia Twitter account. Or if you need help, just DM me or Jiwook or Giti Gyosa, but like go straight to me, and I'll be happy to give you more news. And having said that, I'd like to thank once again all the guests. Thank you, Guilty. Thank you, Jiwook. Thanks a lot, Chi. Thank you very much indeed, Emma.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you for having us, Nostar.
Thank you for having this.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Have a nice evening. See you in Tokyo.
Bye.
See you in
See you in
Tokyo.
Tokyo.
See you in Tokyo.
Bye-bye.